And NCAA basketball tonight, the game of the night, it's Texas taking on Duke from Charlotte, North Carolina, and the Spectrum Center. You take a look at the side in this one, open up at 8.5. Not a lot of movement, Joe. Still 8.5 to your heavy ticket count here. I'm seeing 65% of the tickets on Duke in a total. Hefty at 153.5. College basketball tonight, Duke, Texas. Spread line is what?
Been all Duke money, Donnie. Opened up 6.5. Yeah. It's already up to 8.5. Duke, of course, returning a couple of players from last year, but Cameron Boozer is the prize, recruit this year that's going to lead Duke. On the other side, Texas, Sean Miller, coming from Xavier, is the new era in Texas Longhorn basketball, and he's got some really good players and some lot of experience. So I think this is too many points, Donnie. I like Texas to stay within the number.
Yesterday, Joe, we did at the start of college basketball season, and if we take a look now at the odds to win the college basketball championship, Purdue is the favorite at plus 950, tied with Houston also at plus 950, followed by Duke, Kentucky, Florida, and Michigan, and away we go. It's a long time. Wins right now, losses right now. Who's going to be playing better by February, March? Those are the keys to the season, Joe.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, Purdue is up at the top there because they're bringing back 3 seniors, including one of the leading scorers in the country. But so does everyone else. I mean, Houston has got a few key pieces back. We just watched Florida last night, who brought their entire front court back in the fold and killed it in the transfer portal, and that didn't stop them from losing here. So UConn's got some nice pieces. There's a lot of basketball to be played here, but I'll tell you this, early returns on some of these stud freshmen. This kid, Darren Peterson in Kansas, lit it up last night. Nate Ament at Tennessee, 6'10" freshman, lit it up last night against Mercer. And this kid, Koa Pete at Arizona, Donnie, I'm telling you, it looks like Zion part 2, man, with how dominant he was at Duke. This kid dropped 30 points on all of those guys that returned on the national championship Florida Gators, and he made them look stupid last night. So keep an eye on that guy. That's got #1 pick written all over it.
Yeah, fun game out there that they played last night, too. But also take a look at the John Wooden Award here. We talked about Purdue being up there as a chance to win the title. Why? Well, Braden Smith is actually the favorite right now at a plus 450 price. A point guard out of Purdue? Say it ain't so. Followed by Peterson, Boozer, Lendeborg, Toppin, and Dybansta from BYU, 12-1, who performed well yesterday also. How about that?
Yep. Yeah, another freshman here, but keep an eye on that kid, Pete, and you're going to get a chance to see Cameron Boozer tonight in that game we talked about in the spread lines. Duke at Texas there. That game is in Charlotte, by the way. Going to be a very pro-Duke arena, I can assure you of that. But we'll get our first eyes on, 5-star recruit. He was the prize of the recruiting class. And shocker, he's at Duke. We'll see him tonight.
High-scoring game last night. Arizona 93-87 over the Florida Gators. 2 top 15 teams here. The Florida Gators actually came into the game number 3 overall. Had a lead early in the game, but it was erased by halftime. Arizona took a 50-46 lead. Then in the second half, they won the second half by 2 points there for a 6-point victory for the Wildcats over the Gators as they move forward. And you're talking about a little Koa Pete action, 30 points. How about Jaden Bradley, 27 points? A lot of those guys fueling that comeback here early in that first half for the victory.
That is one heck of a debut for a guy who goes up against the number 3 team in the country and drops 30 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block, Donnie. That was pretty darn impressive. And he single-handedly erased that deficit and brought this team back and got them the win last night. But again, that's a lot of moving parts here in college basketball. But some of these freshmen, keep an eye out. This could be one of the best freshman classes we've seen in a long time.
BYU Cougars, top 10 in the country, picked up their first victory over the Villanova Wildcats here, but the Wildcats did get the cover, 71-66, so lower scoring than the first game out there in Vegas. If you take a look again, A.J. Dybansta, one of those guys making big-time NIL money, 32 minutes, 21 points, 6 rebounds, which included 9 of 18 from the floor, and hit 1 of 1 from 3 yesterday. BYU gets the victory, their first of the season as a top 10 team.
But BYU is loaded here. Villanova, they're in the process of, transition here. It has not been a good at all. And but it's it's going to take some time. Former Maryland coach now there at Villanova. So they got some players though. So we'll see how Nova does in the Big East. I still have high hopes for them.
By the way, how old is Richie Saunders still over there for BYU? That's a fun basketball team to watch them play. That'll be good. Look, top 10 team, and certainly deservedly so. And you figure some of these big-time freshmen that are playing are only going to get better throughout the regular season. But tonight, we do got a big game on deck, and we talk about there. It's Duke and it's Texas tonight. East Coast battle. I like the fact that you have a ton of games to watch, but at least it isn't all layups until we get a couple weeks into the season. You're getting some good atmospheres here, and this one should be nonetheless down in North Carolina. Talk to me about Duke and Texas tonight, maybe an angle that you like here, Joe.
Well, it's the Sean Miller era now at Texas, as it didn't go very well previously there with Terry. And of course, there was all sorts of issues there when, they had to fire their coach. Previously, who's now at Ole Miss. And the Ross, they've had all the talent in the world. In Texas was 19-16 there, right, last year. But they did play in the NCAA tournament over the past 5 years, and just all those athletes, all those players, and they still weren't able to get it done. But listen, you got to love Sean Miller. He's going to bring a totally different look to this Longhorns team. Sean Miller's teams have never met a three that they have not liked to take. They have a 6-year guard and Tremont Mark making it back here. They've got some pieces here. Jordan Pope is back. Chendall Weaver is back. Everyone's going to love Duke. Duke is going to be with Cameron Boozer. They are going to be the public darling every game, Donnie. But I think maybe this one's getting a little out of hand because Sean Miller and the experience that he has there, plus some of the guys he brought from Xavier, I think they're going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Duke here.
How about this? Prop bet listed for Cameron Boozer tonight at 19.5 points, Joe. If you were a betting man, which you are, which way would you probably lean? Over or under to get to that 20-point marker?
Knowing Sean Miller and the style he likes to play, there are going to be a lot of possessions here. So that kid's going to have plenty enough time and plenty enough opportunities to get over that number here tonight.
Oh, the action never stops on the SportsGrid Network. Does it? It certainly does. And it's Sonny right side. It's Joe Ranieri. Armchair Quarterback Monday. Boy, we're exhausted from a big weekend. Nonsense. You come to this station, you watch these channels, you watch these shows to get your information that you need to get ready. Now, granted, we give you a lot of the opinions on our side, but now's the time we like to reach out to the public. What's your opinion? Here's our Fade the Public poll. Fade the public, Joe. It's easy. If you're not following SportsGrid on X, what are you doing? Head over, give us a follow, get these questions each and every morning so you can answer and we can feel good about it and say, oh, I wonder what the public loves. The public absolutely hated the under yesterday. How about that? Game stayed under. Let's see what they're doing today. And the question at hand is, who do you think will win the men's college basketball championship? 4 options were given: Purdue, Houston, Duke, and Kentucky. The leader in the clubhouse right now, how about those Houston Cougars at close to 48%, Joe, at a plus 950 price? Woo!
Coach Hampton, man, he's got some returners. He always recruits well. The style of basketball that they play there usually is very good down the stretch there for an opportunity to win a national championship. Came up a little short against Florida. But yeah, they will be in the picture, and so will Duke. You'll get to see Boozer tonight here, their prized recruit against Texas. I wouldn't necessarily bet against them with all their returning players as well.
Yeah, it'll be, again, we're just starting the season. I call it the silly season. Like in the past, we've seen games on aircraft carriers. You're going to get the banquet season where it's like, hey, where are they? Oh, they're somewhere in Cancun in a banquet hall at like the Ryu All-Inclusive they're going to play in. Where is this game today? Oh, it's in the Bahamas. How about this game? Oh, it's out on Maui at Diamond Head. The kids are, surfing during the day and playing basketball at night. Like, this is a season that you do need to pay attention to, but also understand this. Big wins are going to add up. Those quad 1 victories, they're still going to be there. They mean just as much in the month of November that they do in the month of February and also March. So something to have fun at this point. For me, Joe, I actually voted for Duke, 26.2. Duke hasn't even played a game yet, so we'll find out a lot more tonight on where some of these go. But if you do pick the right price points early in the season, then you can make some cash at that point.